I'm Terry Brock. Hey, I want to share something with you today that's going to be very helpful on how to get more business. Always something that's hot for entrepreneurs, and we want to find out how. And a way to do it and a way not to do it. Just a couple of days ago, I was talking to some good friends about how to market. Apparently their business needed a little bit of a jump start, a little bit of bumping right there, because as we all know, from time to time things get a little bit slow. And they wanted to know how to push the product that they have onto the market, how to be able to talk to people about it, how to be able to help others to find out about it. And I thought, you know, it's a good thing, but at the same time, we got to find out what the market wants. It's the old concept of push versus pull in marketing. You've heard about this. You know, in push, you're saying, okay, here we've got this great product and we're going to go out and send it to everybody and they'll all see it. Well, that's okay, and it reminds me of what we did in the 60s when we would take a product and then we would push it out to the masses. Today, a pull strategy works a whole lot more. Find out what people want and then provide that. I think that we have to do that often. Kind of reminds me of restaurants. Matter of fact, here we are in Orlando. You can see across the street here from me and my place, we've got some wonderful restaurants. There's one, the Samba Room, and there's Timpano's, and many other great places that are there. Here, looking out over the lake, you can see what a great place they would be. Well, what they have done is they have found out what people want. And for instance, with the Samba Room, they found that people like that Latin cuisine, Cuban kind of food, and South America with a little bit of flair of Asian. And so that's what they provide. They provide that on a regular basis, and hey, they do a good job of it. Timpano's, on the other hand, provides the steaks, the chops, some good seafood. They also provide a lot of really good pasta, play the Frank Sinatra music as you go there. So it's a different kind of thing that they have found the market wants. They're appealing to different markets. And what you've got to do is find out what is it that the market wants first. That means there's some hard work ahead. You can't just come up with something that you think is nifty and groovy. You've got to come up with what the market is asking for. That requires a whole lot of research. And that's the tough thing. You've got to do your market research. It takes a lot of hard work. You can do that by going out and finding out what people want, asking questions. I like what Dan Kennedy said about restaurants. He said he wants to be able to start a restaurant and provide food for a mass of hungry people that have a lot of money. And I think he's right. I think what we want to do is we want to find those places where people are looking for a particular thing. I would take what Dan says and agree with him and crank it up one notch and say, instead, let's also run through the crowd with a pad of paper and a pen in hand, asking them, what do you want? What kind of things do you want to eat? What's your favorite kind of food? And then provide that. Starving people, they got lots of money, and you're giving them exactly what they're looking for. That is a great combination, and you won't go wrong with that. A second way you can do your research is, of course, online. Google does a lot of this with us, of course. Google will give you the ability to look for certain kinds of trends, find out what's going on. But also, here's one you want to look into. Google Hot Trends. If you haven't looked at Google Hot Trends, check it out. It gives you the ability to see what's going on this week, right now. Hot names in the news, hot topics, things like that. And then take what you have and twist it around that. It can really help a lot. Used to be Google Zeitgeist, and the Zeitgeist would give you the ability to see what's going on and track the kinds of things that are hot right now in the world. Find out what people are looking for and then go for that. Word Tracker is another good tool that you can use. Particularly in internet marketing, we use this a lot. So you can find the words that people are looking for and then provide that for them. Come up with products that people are looking for. A third point is to do your own primary research. Find out what the market is looking for by going out and asking people. Find out directly from them what they're looking for. Yeah, that means it might take some money. It's going to take time, money, and effort, TME, on your part to make it happen. A good way you can do it also with technology is use a tool called SurveyMonkey. SurveyMonkey, I know, colorful David, but it works really well. So you can survey people to find out what it is that they're looking for and get those surveys and then do it in a scientific way. Think about it. This is what corporations have to do. When they're investing billions of dollars into something, they can't just go with what somebody's gut feeling is. Too often, we make decisions based on, well, I think the market wants this, or I like blue widgets, therefore I know there's got to be a lot of things for blue widgets, or worse yet, you know, I heard 3 people the other day asking for blue widgets, I know we need to get blue widgets. When really, you only talk to the 3 people that want the blue widgets, and the rest of the market is asking for red widgets, or maybe even something different. The only way you know is you have to do the hard work and the research. And while we're doing the subject of research, I think you've got to do what I call the flagpole test. Raise it up the flagpole, see how many salute and say, yeah, that's a good idea. I remember when I was studying market research back in the MBA program, Dr. George Mulchus, he was my professor for that, talked to us about the importance of testing it in the real world. What people say is one thing. What they actually buy can be completely different. You got to do what they called the Peoria Test. Take it out to Peoria, as in Springfield and Peoria, Illinois, established Midwest towns here in the United States, and do a real-world test. Find out what it's like. This is how I've tested things in my own business. I found it being very, very successful to put things out there, make them available, and do your test. And the fortunate thing is, with the internet today, try it with a small site, very low cost. For less than $100, you can get your domain name, you can get the site, put it out there, test it, see what happens. For a $100 test, you can find out if people really like a particular topic. Work with affiliates, work with other people that can make money with it as you talk about a particular topic and provide a certain kind of information. And by the way, information product is one of the best things that you can offer. It's low cost for you to generate, takes your time, and it can be very valuable for people. And it's also one of the best things to invest in from our point of view as consumers. Hey, if I can listen to an expert who has congealed her thoughts onto a particular topic, and she really knows that, and she puts it all into an hour program for me, and I can buy it for a reasonable fee, that is huge benefit for me as the buyer. And don't forget, the most important thing is that you gain quantum competence. You might say, gee, I read 3 books on such and such, therefore I'm going to talk about it. No, that's not the way to do it. You've got to have real-world experience. This takes time, money, and effort. You've got to pay your dues. We don't want to go to a brain surgeon who just read a few books on brain surgery. We don't want to go to a dentist who just went to a couple seminars and read a couple of books on how to extract a tooth. You want someone who's gone through and been trained and is credible, has got real-world experience. Get out there and do it for free. Whatever it is you've got, do it for free and then gain that experience, write about it, get peer review, get others to give feedback on it, adjust and tweak your methods. This is the scientific way of doing things. And then you'll start receiving some good results. So you got it right there. What you got to do is not just have your own idea of what you think people want. Find out and test. It takes hard work, but you look at anyone that's really successful. They've done that. They found what the market wanted. They tested it. Now, they might have tried their own gut instinct, and I think that's good. Gut instinct is an important thing. Malcolm Gladwell talks about this in the Blink book that he has. Great book. If you haven't read it, I'd recommend it. Blink is good, but you really got to make your decisions based on sound reason and experience. He talks about the importance of being able to choose by looking at someone and sizing them up very quickly. You get a kind of a gut instinct as to which way to go. But be careful. One of the presidents of the United States, Warren G. Harding, had everything going for him. He was attractive, articulate, people loved him, thought he was going to be great, and he turned out to be one of the worst presidents we ever had. It's because people went by their gut instinct rather than studying what was really there in substance. We've got to always look for substance, and that only comes from time and experience. However, you can shorten that with reading a lot, getting a lot of experiences compressed very, very rapidly. Hire people that can teach you stuff very quickly. You can go through it and learn it on your own, or you can get a coach to help you. You can get the books that are necessary, watch the DVDs, go to the seminars, go to the lectures, and you compress a lot of that knowledge very rapidly. So that's a good way for you to get business and to get out there and help more people. And if you'd like ways that you can turn this into specifics for you, look into our own coaching program. The online coaching program we have gives lots of people the ability with the step-by-step patterns on how to build your business and how to make it happen. It's priced reasonable so that you can afford it very quickly, less than $25 a month. Go over to terrybrock.com/yoursuccess.htm and you'll read all about it. Hey, for now, enjoy the day. It's a great day here in Orlando. I hope it's great where you are, and I will look forward to hearing from you. Now, I'm going to go back and enjoy the day a little bit.